Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Rock Hard Ranch. We have a small but growing herd of cow-calf pair cattle, a herd of Nigerian dwarf goats, a couple pigs, and a couple horses. We are slowly working our way into the registered Black Angus game. And in today's video, we are going to walk you through some major improvements to our cow-calf pair cattle yard. So let's get into the video. We've got a preg check appointment coming up in the next 10 days. So we're going to get the manure spreaders out because we need to go ahead and clean out this catch pen area to the east of the barn. There's not too much in there, but it still needs to be scraped out so it can dry a little bit better. With all the rain that we've had this year, it's just kind of soggy in some spots, and that manure's got to get out of there before everything freezes up anyway. So we bought this new manure spreader at an auction this spring. We're gonna pull both of them out. We'll pull this little guy out too. One of the tires on the new one needs a tube, so we're gonna get that ripped off, bring it to town, get a tube put in it, and then we'll be in business with both of them. So these panels section off the horse pen. Eventually it won't be the horse pen, it'll be like just a section to go into the barn. But these panels got to get taken down, and then essentially this whole catch area needs to be scraped out. This pen has been scraped out like once in the spring and then once kind of throughout summer. We have one cow in here right now with her calf just because she's a little bit thin. We didn't want her out with the bull. We're gonna have to scrape up this pen a couple different times just because the manure is kind of sticky. We want it to dry out, air out, and then we'll scrape up again. There are some problem areas in this pen right here. We think this used to be an old ditch. It sure seems like it, just based on the lines. That's a really low area. Collects a lot of moisture throughout the year. And then right where the tractor's parked too, that gets real low, real dug out. So we'll definitely have to get some fill hauled in. In the past, we've been able to make it work, but this year was just so terrible with the amount of moisture that we got that it's just not gonna work for another year. So we'll get some fill hauled in and it'll be all nice again and it'll work for several years. It's just one of those kind of building years. There's a lot of updates that are happening this year. Lots of stuff has just kind of like gone down and happened, and we've had to build up different things and put lots of money into stuff this year, but it'll make it nice for years to come. We've hauled out 2 loads. This is the 3rd load to haul out. It's probably only been like an hour and a half since we started this whole deal, and this is already getting dried off in here, so we're gonna try and scrape up a little bit more. It'll be a scrape up, dry, scrape up, dry, scrape up, dry kind of deal, and then hopefully we can get everything looking really nice, and then we can get some fill brought in. Wouldn't you know, it started to rain. The rain put a damper on our project yesterday. We had to call it quits. We did get a good bit of that cleaned up and cleaned out, so that's good, but of course we had some second crop hay down too when it decided it was going to start raining. And honestly, no rain in the forecast, and then it decides to rain. It gets really discouraging after a while when you try so hard to like plan and prep and prepare, and you only have so many days to make hay before, you know, moisture gets to it or whatnot, and you want to put up good hay, so it gets a little bit defeating. So tonight we're gonna go ahead, feed cows. We got to grab out bale wagons because EJ was able to ted today, and it sure seems like the second crop that we have down is at least part of it's gonna go tomorrow. And we didn't get like a really hard rain. I mean, it was just like a soft drizzle, and it did not last that long, but it was a rain nonetheless. So we're hoping everything's gonna be fine. The weather today was a lot more cooperative. It was sunny, pretty low humidity, and a good wind. We'll take a little walk through this pen that we were cleaning out yesterday. It is tremendously more dry than it was yesterday when we were scraping it out, and then of course it rained. But things are looking so much better in here. Of course, there's this deep dug in area that's got to get fill. We still got to dig out over there. That's got to get fill. Some of the edges need to be cleaned up, but it's so much better than it was. That sponginess, that is pretty much gone. I mean, there's little bits that still need to be scraped up, but it is a whole heck of a lot better than it was. We're headed in the right direction with this. As long as weather cooperates, we can get what we need in here. This pen's gonna get adjusted too. If you saw the last video, we shared that we had gotten some custom-made freestanding panel gates. Those freestanding panel gates are gonna go into this pen just to help with the whole cattle catching situation for calving season and for vet visits and for problematic cows and stuff like that. Between the third and fourth load of pit run that we're waiting for, we're gonna get these bunk feeders moved, because if you remember, we've got that pit run that we are going to put in this alleyway. All right, so it is the next day. It is Tuesday, September 16th today. The last road of pit run came yesterday. We had the bunk feeders moved out. They are moved back in. We have this much more leveled off than it was. We have pit run laid down in here. It's gonna need another dusting, but for right now, it looks good. We got the ponies eating on the north side of the barn in the shade. Look at those handsome boys. And then we have the start of pit run back here. So we have to finish pit run back here, but it's a big improvement from what it was. And then this is what that cattle catch pen area looks like. So we have one more load of pit run that needs to be spread out in here. There's a little bit of a belly, kind of like right there, but this is a huge improvement that from what it was as well. Everything's dried down really good. We got to let it settle. We can only track pack it and like loader pack it so much with the skid steer. But yeah, everything's looking really good. Things are coming together. For a minute there, I was a little bit nervous, but things are coming together and we are getting places. Next step's gonna be to get that spread out through here and then a couple other low spots. And then these panels, these freestanding 24-foot panels, gotta get shimmied around. But we are making big progress in the cattle catch pen area and it needs to happen quickly. The rest of the progress needs to happen really quickly because next Monday, the 22nd of September, we have our cattle preg check date. So all of this has to be finished by then. That will be in the next video because we can't drag this on for another week. We were gone for 3 months. We can't be gone that long again. All right, you guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. There are more improvements to come. We still got to get all those panels situated, get the inside of the barn fixed up, and get ourselves ready for September 22nd, which is our cow preg check appointment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.